All right. This week we got North Carolina, another ACC opponent, and also the Coastal Division, game. Last couple of years has not been very good for me and for the University of Miami playing North Carolina. We've been 0-3. There's been some games where it's come down to the wire the last 3 years. Basically we've talked about it as a staff. We talked about it as a football team. They have our number right now, and we have a chance to do something about it, in a game like that was going to come up this Saturday, and it's a home game, and the guys understand it. And watching North Carolina, you see that their offense is doing a great job of scoring points and not giving up the ball on turnovers. T.J. Yates is doing a great job, and 4 years ago, even before the season, you've talked about and heard about they was trying to replace him, but I think the one thing that he's done is he stayed focused and stayed within what he's trying to get done, and you can tell by his completion ratio, it's unbelievable. And what he's doing with their offense and things like that, which is going to be tough because like anything, you can run the football, which they're trying to do a good job of running the football at North Carolina, to give opportunities to create some passing opportunities for him. And they got some players at the skill guys. They'll miss the tight end. He's very valuable in their offense and what they was doing, but knowing Coach Davis and working with him for years, they're not going to change what they do. Somebody have to step up at tight end and make some type of play for them to be successful. Defensively, they got some great football players on the defense. Their linebacker Carter is probably one of the best linebackers that is probably in the country. Probably could have left last year and been a first-round pick, but he stayed to come back. And as you watch those guys on defense, they really fly around and they make plays. They got some veteran guys on that defense. They do a great job of creating turnovers like we've been doing. So, I think both defenses have kind of the same mentality and the same thought process. Their defense not going to give up anything deep, fellas. They're going to play backed off coverages. They're going to try to make sure they don't get the ball thrown over their heads. They're going to see if we have patience enough to throw the ball underneath. And, it's going to rely on our, underneath things with our receivers catching the ball underneath and making sure we make somebody miss and get positive yards. It's going to be the running backs catching some passes and get some positive yards and running the football. When we have our opportunities to go deep, we will. But we know that in watching tape, they're kind of a bend but don't break defense. They'll bend a little bit, bend a little bit, and hope you make the mistakes. So it's going to be one of those games that, we have to compete in our ACC, conference. The one thing about it is coming down the stretch, we all have to play each other. And, North Carolina have played Georgia Tech. So like anything, they can't afford a loss right now. So all of us is, geared up, ready to go. And I think both teams are really geared up for this game to be where we need to be at.
Randy, along the lines of their defense playing, their secondary playing probably as far back as anyone you'll see all year, it seems like. Isn't that kind of where Jacory's been best, though, is when he does have the protection and then those crossing routes and all those things that work? Isn't it kind of like a strength on strength?
Yeah.
Couldn't it be?
Yeah, it's going to be that type of game. It's going to be one of those games that you're going to see it and you're going to, take what they give you, and you got to have the patience to keep working on it. And I think anytime you be patient like that, you can make a lot of plays on defense. I say a lot of plays on offense if you be patient. And, we're looking forward to that challenge. And we're going to take our shots, Tim. We're going to take our shots down the field because that's just part of our offense, but also we're going to be patient this week on what we're trying to achieve.
Randy, the last 3 times you've lost to them, they've picked off 10 passes. I guess what's kind of the key that they've been doing?
Turnovers. Like I said, their defense create turnovers, and that's one thing that you can notice last year, year before. And it's been a game, 3 years ago up at North Carolina. It was 20-something nothing at halftime, and all of a sudden it came down to the last seconds of the game. You come back down here, back at home, it came down to the last seconds of the game. Last year was the same. So, turnovers is a big key to this game, but also I think in the fourth quarter, finishing is really big. When you have an opportunity to finish in this game in the fourth quarter, it's going to be very huge. So if you give you 3 things that you want to talk about for this game, is it's got to be turnovers, you got to be patient, and in the fourth quarter, you got to really, finish the game strong.
Did you reach out to Butch? They've obviously dealt with.
Yeah, early in the season, I reached out to him, and stuff like that. Like anything, we're very competitive at each other, but I've had a lot of experience working with him. So, you always have to get somebody some support sometimes, even though you have to play him during the season. It's just part of it.
Surprised at all the way he held it together?
No. I mean, we've been together here at Miami. We had some tough times going through probation. They just, they do a good job of keeping things together, and the team is staying focused right now.
You say when you're preparing for a team, right, they're not going to change something. They lose their tight end, they're not going to change. But this year it seems like, you know, they've been getting players back, different players back every week. It seems so how they execute what they're going to do changes. How does that affect you?
They're not going to change. They're going to run the same plays.
But how they do things, I mean, how well they do it is going to change.
They're not.
I don't want to throw over here.
They're going to do the same offense. They're going to same defense, same offense. I mean, it's not. That don't make a difference if they get who back or what. It's going to still be the same offense, same defense. That's what I mean. It doesn't going to change. They may get a cornerback or safety or linebacker. It's going to be the same things you see. There's nothing going to change about it, no matter if it's this special person or that special person. That's how they are.
But I was thinking, like, if Bernie's playing the corner instead of, I don't even know who's playing the corner now.
It's not going to change. He'll play the same defense, same coverages. That's one thing. It don't make a difference who they play in there. That's just part of their scheme.
What have you seen different with, you mentioned T.J. Yates, he only has one interception so far this year.
Quick game. Quick game to tight end a lot. Number 17, it was always a quick game. Throwing it to him, throwing to the tight end, throw the fullback in the flats, and every now and then they'll take a shot to get a big play. It was more of a quick game to them and what they're doing. So, and, you know, they drop back, boom, get it out of his hands, you know. And another thing they do, it'd be 3rd down and 12, 3rd down and 15. They just run the football. Line up and run the football and get off the field. They don't give him, you know, don't make mistakes in those 3rd down and 15s to throw the ball in interception. So they've pulled back a lot of things they do as far as like trying to throw the ball. 3rd down and 10, you may see a screen. 3rd down and 15, you may see a run. 2nd and 15, you may see a run. It's not trying to, you know, create big plays. It's just, hey, we're going to, you know, let's get another positive yard. There's nothing wrong with being, you're in 2nd and 15, okay, give me 3rd and 10. 3rd and 10, run the football, run a screen, punt the football, let's play defense. That's the kind of team that you'll see, and that's what you see on film a lot.
Randy, with you guys using so many guys in and out of the lineup, just subbing and subbing, is your team looking to find an identity? And if they are, and if not, what is the identity?
Subbing far as
just moving different guys in.
Like,
using
explain.
so many receivers, using so many linemen.
We use the same 4 or 5 receivers. They haven't changed. So you got to give me something what you're asking.
Just like, you know, you got 4 receivers. Like Darius, is he in the mix? Has he been in and out? Or no?
He plays every game. He haven't changed. He's still playing.
So there's only 4 guys, or there's 5, 6 guys that you've used?
We played 4 or 5 guys in the game. If somebody get nerfed, we played Allen Hearns last week a little bit. So we don't sub like you're saying. I don't.
So
you got to give me some what you're looking for, and then I can help you.
What is the identity of your team? I guess is what I'm asking.
We're an offense. I mean, what you looking for? That's what I'm trying to ask you. What you looking for?
Has your team found an identity? Are you guys down the field? Are you?
We throw the ball down the field. We run the football. We got a short passing game. So
it's just everything.
That's what we do. I mean, every offense has a deep ball, correct?
Yeah.
Every offense has a short passing game, correct? So
some teams are running teams.
We run the football. Damon Berry been three games back-to-back 100 yards. So that's what I'm saying. I don't know what you're looking for right now. What you asking? I'm not trying to get on you, but I'm just asking. So all right.
Did you have much of a reason? Is there any reason to worry about Foster at all? I mean, he missed the short one 2 weeks ago, and he's a kid that's been automatic, and you know, and his confidence always been real up here. Have you noticed any dip at all in the couple weeks that have followed, or Foster seen?
We've been working on in practice the short game. We've been working a lot in practice on the long game. Before we work a lot of practice on short game because that's what he's been missing in practice. So we did a lot of putting the ball in tough situations on the hash, like put it on the 7-yard line, bad angle, kick a field goal. Put it on the 5, bad angle, kick a field goal. Put it at the 12. You know, we just moving the ball around on the short field goals on one day, and then the next day we work on the long field goals. So he's been doing a great job of doing those things and putting him in those situations in tough situations, in full speed live, you know, going after him and stuff. So that's the only thing, bless you, Susan. So that's the only thing that we can do to try to keep him going.